Hi guys, how's it going? I wanted to create another video today about life lately. What is going on in my world? What do I do with my time on a day-to-day basis? And I feel like hearing it will help you get to know me more and also just to kind of like think about your own life and what you do on a daily basis and if that feels aligned with you. So first and foremost, I am such a stickler to my routine. I love my routine. My routine consists of waking up and then I will do a morning meditation. I'll put on my workout clothes and then I will step outside. So the first thing really is to just get my body moving. And I will do typically a half an hour walk. And as I'm walking, I'll think about my day, but I also will try to fit in my affirmations. All right, let me turn this down. Okay. So yeah, I'll think about my affirmations. I'll do that. And once I get back home, I'll change, maybe take a quick little shower. And then I am also super obsessed with my coffee at this stage of my life. I love my morning coffee. There is nothing that gives me more joy in the morning than my morning coffee. So I'll do my morning coffee with some reading. And my goal, generally speaking, is to read at least one chapter a day. So as long as I cross that one chapter threshold, I'm good. Now, if I read more, even better. But my goal is to read at least one chapter a day. It's all about like the little steps, the little bites. Like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you finish a book? If you've never read a book or if you haven't read one in like 12 years, one page at a time, one chapter at a time. I promise you, you'll get there. You can also do it like as a time limit thing. If you don't want to read or if you can't commit to one chapter, just say like 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, whatever that is for you. But I love reading. I think it expands my mind, it expands my creativity, it makes me feel really good. I'm obsessed with it. And it's the kind of thing where once you start, you question why you ever stopped. Because once you get into it, you get the ball rolling, it just feels so good. I can't tell you how many times I've done this thing where, I was consistent, I was reading, I loved it. For whatever reason, fell off the wagon, stopped, and then stopped maybe even for years at a time. Then got reintroduced to it again. And then once you start reading, you're like, oh my God, why did I ever stop? This is literally the most amazing thing. So I've been going on, I want to say like a 3.5 years, at least 3 years, where I am reading consistently and it's so good. It is literally the best thing ever. So highly encourage you to start reading. You will love it. I promise you. And I'm actually in a book club too. So a lot of my reading right now is kind of determined by the book, which I'm okay with because the book club that I'm in is tied to this business and feminine energy mastermind that I'm in. And the book recommendations come from there. And we read as a group of women, we read these books together and then we discuss it at the end. And I know that these books are designed to help me reach my goals. So I will prioritize the book club books. I'll read them. And then when I'm done, I'll read other books throughout the month. And I also keep track of what books I read. I have a running list, like divided by like every year. Okay, I read these books this year. And then I have a list of like books that I want to read so that I don't forget of like what books like come up or sound interesting. So I keep track of all of that. And typically at the end of the year, I usually post like all the books that I read. So definitely start reading and keep track. You will love seeing the progress. I promise you on that. Not sure if you are aware if you follow me on Instagram or not, but I am the CEO or basically the CEO of my own company. I sell residential doors and windows. That's what I do full time. That is my main job. That is how I afford my living. It is mainly online, yes. I don't have like a brick and mortar, so it's all online. And honestly, it was a godsend. Like if I didn't have this business, I don't know what I would do with myself. I don't know where I'd be. I definitely wouldn't be here living in Miami in my own like apartment in a luxury building. Like it just wouldn't have happened. So, super grateful for that. And I mean, I count my blessings every single day. And I love the business. I really do because it gives me freedom. It gives me the freedom to do what I want. I don't have any money scarcity. Or maybe I do a little bit, but not really. Like the point is this business helped me expand that. And I feel like, I'm comfortable. Like I buy what I want. Um, I don't know. It just opens doors. So, that's one thing that like having your own business, making your own money, it is one of the greatest feelings ever. If that's one thing you could focus on, if you wanted to, it would be that. So like working out and starting your own business and or side hustle or doing something on the side where you can make some money. I feel a deeper sense of security and safety and comfort, and I love it and I wouldn't have it any other way. Certainly do not miss the 9 to 5. However, I did recently pick up another 9 to 5. My first one in like 4 to 5 years. This one I work from home. So I just wanted to try it out. Why? Because I felt like I was wasting a lot of time doing a lot of like nonsense things throughout my day. And I felt like picking up a job that literally forces me to be at my desk, literally from 9 to 5, it's going to give me so much more discipline in my life, and it will force me to sit down and not be out making excuses of why I need to run this errand or why I need to do that or this, and not sitting in my place like working on my business or whatever it is that I need to do for that day. Like it just forces me to like be here. So really I'm testing it out. I'm seeing how I feel. So far it's been, I don't know, a couple months or something, and it's working out. So I just felt like I wanted to overload my schedule as much as possible and see how much I can fit in my day. And I feel like doing that has really made me appreciate the free time that I have because I do not waste it. I'm like, okay, I have like half an hour here. I need to send out like, 5 or 6 or 7 different like not sales text, but like basically text to my customers to like kind of move the ball, get things rolling. So it's really forced me to like really think about it and use my time wisely and not waste it. And then the next thing is, I don't know if I mentioned this. I don't think I did, but I do go on a walk every single day without fail. I go on a walk in the morning. Um, And I actually have recently gotten the ladies in my mastermind to join me on this walk in the sense of like we're all committed to doing a minimum of 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes of walking every single day. We just started. It's so fun that we're like kind of sharing our little moments and sending our photos. Some people are going with their husbands, some people are going on their own, leaving their phone at home and just like focusing. And then me, I like to go and I get a lot of ideas when I go on my walk. But my whole thing is that I think you can change your life with 5 minutes a day. As long as you go 5 minutes a day and start building the habit, that's what it's all about. You go 5 minutes and do not skip any days whatsoever. So that's kind of what I'm on and what I'm trying to encourage other people to do. So if you're watching this and you want to join in, just comment it below that you are starting the 5 minute walk gang, hashtag 5 minute walk gang, and like so we know, where you're at if you're in. And that's all you need to do. It's just a minimum of 5 minutes a day, every single day. And bonus points if you can do it first thing in the morning, because your body will essentially, like in non-scientific terms, get rid of the gunk in your body, okay? So just 5 minutes a day, get it all out. I promise you, your day will look a whole lot brighter and better if you do. Also part of my routine is I will get a weekly massage. I do at least one. Sometimes I will do two if the masseuse is actually like around, because he only comes there once a week. So if he's there twice a week, I try to like book him. And there's only one masseuse at this place, so I don't really have much of a choice, but I love my weekly massages. And how that came about is massages are one of my favorite things in this world. I love massages. And so I'm like, if I love this so much, why don't I do this more often? And I decided to just get consistent with my massages. So first it started with, okay, once a month, I'm getting a massage. So started doing that. Then I'm like, God, I really love this. Why am I not doing this more? I think I can afford it. Okay, so why don't we ramp this up? And then I started getting two massages a month. And then I'm like, you know what? No, I'm doing this. I'm getting one massage a week. And then one massage a week led to two massages a week. And I think two massages is good. It's good. Um, not, yeah, but I don't have a choice. So sometimes I have to get one. So I'll do the one massage a week. I'm still happy about it. But two massages is better. So in addition to massages, I also will do a facial once a month, and I also get my nails done. It's just something that I like to do. I think I get my nails done about every 2 weeks. And it's my own nails. It's not acrylic, but it is gel. And and I always do the same thing. It's always like a French tip, very clean, very classy, easy. Yeah, and that's what that is. And as I mentioned earlier, I am in a mastermind. It's a business slash feminine energy. Um, it's so hard to describe it because it literally a relationship mastermind. It touches every area of life. So it's hard to say like what kind of mastermind it is, because we literally talk about anything and everything that comes up. So if you're having like relationship problems one day, you can come in and talk about that. If you want coaching on your business, you can talk about that. You can literally talk about anything at all, anything at all. And everyone is like very, very spiritual. So there's no judgment whatsoever. So I can bring my crazy ass into that group and talk about like this, I don't know, Akashic reading that I did, and this is what she told me, and da 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 da. And everyone just gets it. Like they just understand. I'm like with other people who are very like-minded, who are very hungry in excelling in every area of their life, relationships, business, money, energetics. So they get it, and I love it. Um, Another thing I've recently started doing, in case you haven't noticed, is YouTube videos. So obviously in the past, like years and years and years ago, I used to do like restaurant reviews, which is great. I love it. And I may return to that. I may, just because I feel like those light me up so much. But in addition to that, I've also just started to do regular videos of me sharing my life. And I'm doing this for several reasons. One is because I do feel like I have things to share. Like, I do feel like if I can help one, two, three, four people, like whoever it is, like if by sharing my story, why not? You know what I mean? I am really happy with my life. I mean, I'm someone that, I got my education, I got my certificates, I'm a CPA also. I started my own business. I was married, I'm divorced, so I have that experience under my belt. I take risks. I'm a very big adventure and risk taker. I moved to Miami on my own, not knowing anyone, leaving my family, where they are. Um, why? For the betterment of not only myself, but also of my family. Like I did this to literally change the trajectory of my family. And that's my main goal, honestly, at this point, is even more than my own success and happiness and relationships and love. My main primary driver is changing the trajectory of my family, of my lineage, of my heritage, like all of that in the best way possible. And I think that we do that by when one person in the community decides to be brave to go and explore different avenues, different things and ideas and perspectives and opportunities. That's what my uncle did when he came from Iran. He was the only one who came from Iran to America. Why? Because he was forging a new path for the rest of the family to come and to be here and to flourish and to thrive and start businesses and make money and, build their families. And that's what I feel like I'm doing is by really growing and expanding myself. And in doing so, I would help my family, come along with me. So that's kind of where my mindset is at and what I'm thinking and why I kind of moved here. I do feel like the collective consciousness of Miami is on another level. The people who are here, yes, you have like the bad parts of Miami. Definitely you have like the scammers, I don't know, just like the partiers. So yes, we have that, but we also have the other side where people are just like on a different playing field, like with regards to up-leveling themselves with health, business, life, quality of lifestyle. Everything is just elevated. So, that's kind of why I'm here. I'm recording these YouTube videos to just get myself out there, share my story. Also, I recently wrote a book. I'm sure you've probably heard me talking about it by now. So I wrote this book to document my own journey as to how I went from being inflamed, bloated, could never ever reach my weight loss goals, no matter how much I tried, no matter how much I dieted. It never worked out until it finally did. And so that's why I documented what was it that finally made me do it, hit my goals and keep them and sustain them and do it so happily. So like just in pleasure and enjoying life even more. So that's why that this is in there, and it's not a weight loss book, it's just an overall transformation book. So highly recommend picking that up. I'll leave it in the description, a link to it. Um, so I wrote the book, and obviously this is an important part of my life. I also recorded a companion course to go with it. So now in this mastermind, I'm going to be learning all about how to market this, how to create offers around it. And I'm really looking forward. We're actually meeting on Wednesday to do like an 8-hour day of just nonstop, like getting this off the ground, essentially. Figuring out whatever your offer is and like working on that. So that's going to be an all-day thing. Um, and in addition to that, so I have one announcement to make. I'll make it at the end of this. But so that's like my main life and other activities that I like to do on top of that is I love doing yoga on the beach. They do yoga sessions on the beach in the morning and the night. So I try to go. I love swimming in the ocean. I just feel like it's so good for you. Not only just for the workout, but just grounding and being in nature and witnessing the sunrises and the sunsets, especially a nighttime swim. I love my nighttime sunset ocean swim. It is literally one of my biggest joys in my life is being in that water, the bath warm water, and seeing the beautiful sky around you, the sunset, like the pinks and the blues and the purples and the oranges. It is the most incredible feeling. And like you just feel like such a small little thing in this massive giant world. It's so surreal. I can't even describe it. You just have to like experience it for yourself. But it is amazing. And I can't get that in LA. The water is too cold, especially like at nighttime. You can't really be in the water at nighttime. I mean, you could, but it's just, I don't know. We don't do that. Um, so but here you can. It's so easy to, and like the water is so warm and it's so inviting. I love it. I also love going to restaurants. So even with my whole new transformation and healthy eating and healthy diet and lifestyle, I just love going to restaurants. It is still my passion. I love seeing the decor. I love reading the menus. I love seeing the creativity. I love, exploring new cuisines. And of course, I love eating the food too. Love it all. I love every bit of it. I love dressing up just to go to the restaurant. So I've really decided that at the end of the day, that's the thing that I really love no matter what. And I want to keep doing that. So we are going to keep doing that. I promise you, I promise myself, I'm declaring it. I am getting back to that. This is happening. I am going to start incorporating going to restaurants back into my life. Obviously in a responsible way, because I do think that like restaurants doing it too much is overkill and it's not good for our bodies. So there's that. I'm also really focused on growing my booty. So I go to the gym at least 3 times a week just for my booty alone, just working on my ass. Like that's it. I am in a coaching container right now for the purpose of growing the booty. So I meet with my personal trainer at least twice. It used to be no, sorry. I meet her twice a week. That's what it is. It's twice a week with her and then 1 day a week on my own, still doing their program. Um, yeah, so I've grown about an inch, so I'm pretty happy and excited about that. I also do a lot of the cooking at home. I mean, you guys probably already know I do all my cooking. Why? Because it's just like healthier and it helps me stay in shape and lower my bloating and lower my inflammation because I'm cooking my own food. I know what goes into it. And last but not least, the thing I wanted to announce essentially is in addition to writing the book and basically having this course, the biggest project that I'm working on right now is I've decided that I'm going to do a TEDx talk. Um, why? I don't know. I'm just being called to do it. I will, I think I'm going to be documenting a little bit more of my journey and my experience doing it. Am I scared? Yes, but it also hasn't hit me yet. So right now, I'm going through the motions of getting myself set up for that. But it hasn't dawned on me the thought of me actually being on stage and speaking because I know myself. I know that once I finally get there, I am going to be nervous and scared as shit when I'm there. I just know myself. I am not a public speaker. It is frightening to me. It is so frightening, but I'm doing it anyway. I am doing it. I hope I won't regret this. I don't think I will. I mean, you cannot regret doing something that is going to expand you like crazy. You just can't regret it, especially once it's done. You're gonna look back and be like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy I did that." I know that that's gonna be my experience, but I'm not trying to think about the fear right now. I'm not trying to think about what the F am I doing? How am I going to just be on stage doing that, memorizing like a 15-minute speech? I'm going to like put that aside. I'm not going to think about it. Right now, I'm just going through the motions of getting it in, like making it happen, basically. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's me in a nutshell right now, life lately, what I'm working on. And I'm feeling pretty good about it. I am balls to the wall, crazy busy. My days start, I don't know, around like let's say 7 a.m. and they don't end till 10 or 11 p.m. But I love it. I honestly wouldn't trade it for the world. Yeah, yeah, I'm happy. I know that this is exactly where I need to be, what I need to be doing. I feel the best when I'm super productive. Love it. Wouldn't trade it for the world. I live my life like I have 1 year left to live. Yes, I maximize my day. I live every day as if it's my last, but really I live like I have 1 year left to live. So it's like, what would you do if you had 1 year left to live? Would you write a book? Would you, you know, go on those vacations that you've been wanting to? What would you do? So that's how I'm living my life, and I'm happy about it. And I'm happy to take you along with me. So thank you guys so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Again, I will link a copy of my book below. Definitely recommend picking it up because it's life-giving. So go ahead and do that. And let me know if you want to join our 5 minute walking game. Just comment below, hashtag 5 minute walking game. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.